given me a book called Ekankar, and it was about soul travel. And in the book, there was an exercise that you do, a breathing exercise, that would take you out of your body, or it would help you to see something. Anyway, make a long story short, it wasn't working for me. So I invented my own technique, my own breathing technique. And in that breathing technique, you know, I just imagined myself as this tiny little person traveling through my body. When I reached my stomach, I found myself as if I was this tiny little person swallowed in my own stomach. So I kind of, you know, panicked as I was in there, literally. I mean, all my consciousness, or whatever you want to, my awareness. When I tried to like burst out of this, what I felt like I was trapped. I burst out into what I can only perceive or describe in words that cannot describe being in the center of God, or the center of the sun, or the center of a collection and a body of light that was comprised of millions of beings that were made of light, who were all speaking to me in this glorious music, this glorious tone, this glorious sound of, like, you've seen a movie where people try to, you know, they think they hear angels singing or whatever. This was that, only a billion times more beautiful. And so I experienced what this message was coming from this light. It said, this is what you are, this is where you began, this is where you return. And I was completely fulfilled in every capacity that I would explain, that if you could have a million lifetimes of total bliss, it could not equal one small moment of being in this light, in this place, because it was so immense. The love, the warmth, the light was all saying the same thing, the sound, the vibration, that you are love, and this is what you are, and you are forever. And so I was 21 years old. After that incredible experience, I was on a path of seeking to get back there, because I didn't want to leave there. Why would anyone want to leave a place that was it? It's like everything you're striving for in this world would try to mimic, sadly, that euphoria, that ecstasy, and maybe in the most loving experience you can have on this planet is still filtered a million times, where that light maybe trickles down just a tiny bit through all those layers and layers and layers of filters of ego mind, or unreality, because that was the real reality. That was like waking up from a deep dark sleep that you made, or we made together collectively, and then you realize that what you are, and you have all knowledge. You have all knowledge. Now, once you're back in this realm of this so-called reality, all that knowledge is again filtered, you know, so your mind, your spirit is always, you know, reaching through the mist and trying to grasp onto that light, once again. And for whatever reason, and I'm not quite sure, you know, the bodies that comprise this reality are still part of that filtering. The eyes blind you to that light, the ears, you know, deafen you, etc., so on and so forth. But we can't blame the body or the world or anything for not having that utopian experience once again. What I have come to learn after all of these years is that we choose to be separate, or we couldn't be here. From that other experience, it tells you you're all power, you're all wisdom, you're all everything. So wherever you are now, wherever you think you are, you're there because you want to be there. It's an amazing thing. I mean, whether or not the ego is the vehicle of this dimensional reality, it's terrified of that place. It's because the ego doesn't fit there, doesn't go there, doesn't belong there. It's not needed there. Don't need an ego there. You have everything. Ego's for striving to get to a place or be something that you're not, and all that stuff, and you don't have enough. Never makes you satisfied. Well, when you are in that knowledge of I am everything, I know I have all knowledge, I am like part of the body of God, or the source of all things, you don't strive for anything. You are it. You're it. You're done. And you create from that point on. And that was the sense of being in that light, was that through every split, time was not a part of it. It was timeless. But I have to explain it to you in words. So let's say for every moment or second, as the ecstasy kept mounting and growing and expanding, I myself, like a god, was creating worlds and universes of light and purity and sanctity. And everyone that I've ever met in my entire life, and everyone that I will ever meet in my entire life, was there. Their true self was there, doing the same thing. So it's like we think we're here. I mean, and we are, in a sense, we're here, like dreaming the same dream together. We're sharing the same parts of the dreams, etc., and rebuilding. And you know, because when you look away, it's like the dream starts to fall apart. So we have to keep focusing on it. That's why your issues and your problems, as long as you're focusing on them, get bigger and stronger, because you're putting energy into it. You're putting that God-given force into that thing. It's the ego trying to keep you in a box and keep the thing going, and you know, thinking about it more. Now you feed into it, and it never really heals, because you're getting something out of it. You're getting more attention for that. So a lack of self-love, and we're seeking outside of ourselves for the love that would heal us, instead of finding that love within ourselves, which is always there. It's always available. And you have to continue on what I've noticed for myself. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling anybody what they have to do. I'm saying for myself, I recognize that you can't get off that path. Once you're on that path of awareness to the healing method for you, you can't go back and start eating junk food. And you have to stay true to that new respect for your body, for this little house that is housing that eternal spirit, so to speak. And anyway, so that's part of my miracles. So And maybe in another video we'll discuss the whole tapping, the EFT and how that works to align the mind, body, and you don't have to align the spirit because it's already aligned. You're aligning body and mind to spirit, or you're opening those channels to have that spirit be part of the thinking process, the intellect, and therefore intellect is tempered by the higher thought processes that have less diffusion, less shadows, and less ego. And then you can forgive the things that when you make mistakes, you can forgive that away. You don't want to blame or feel guilty, because that's part of the insanity of the ego, is to get you to feel guilty, get where you catch yourself, or you did, you went off and you ate whatever, and now you feel guilty, and then that only sets up a trap for you later on, because then the subconscious mind makes you want to punish yourself for that thing you did, and then the spiral of the insanity continues. So it's easy when you learn about forgiveness and you learn to forgive on a daily basis, little things or big things or whatever, because forgiveness leads to freedom. Okay? And I'm really going to enjoy this whole video process here, and I hope you join me. And I send you intense love, because I know you are love, and I know you are the same light within that huge, immense truth. So it'd be great to see you again. Love you. Bye.